This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Freshly, chef-cooked healthy meals delivered to your door. Save $40 off the 6-meal plan for first-time users with code MMA639. J&P Cycles, the best aftermarket parts and accessories for your motorcycle. Save up to 30% off with code MMAN. Bedinabox.com. Yes, it's a big-ass comfy bed delivered in a small box to your door. Use code MMA5 for 5% off any mattress purchase with free shipping and throw. Restrictions apply. Get $10 off with free shipping with code MMA10 and GetVi.com. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes, with the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fam, this is MMA Nuts, episode 386.
386!
My name's Engel Weigel.
Back for the MMA show by fans, for fans, walk on between serious and ridiculous. Like a fucking race car, Ingo. Ready, revving, grinding gears.
He's going bananas over here.
I'm saving all up for the go time. Work myself to a frenzy.
Two seconds ago, he was calm and just chilling. Looked like he was gonna fall asleep, and now he's like, it's like Pavlov's dog.
I'm a goddamn seasoned professional.
He's sweating now.
I am
got
sweating.
the veins going.
Holy shit, is it hot here?
Just all.
Ready to fuck some shit up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Woo! I feel like I'm at a UFC. Woo! I'm gonna keep woo! And fucking kill myself with all these fucking assholes.
Well, there was a UFC this weekend in Chicago.
225, that's right.
Yes, and it was quite
I almost
exciting,
thought about going.
but you did not go.
No, why would I go?
Because you decided to whack off in your basement with a bunch of friends.
Like that's something
I
new.
believe they call that an orgy or a circle jerk, one of the two.
Something like that. Depends what gender your friends are. It's like,
what if they are
very
multi-gendered
confusing.
and everyone's just whacking off?
It's all good?
Yeah.
It couldn't be better. So let's start with the first fight that Dana White had to put on the fucking main card.
Prepare yourselves. He's very angry.
You have no idea.
He's going to go off.
Mike Jackson, 0-1, versus CM Punk, 0-1. And what's the CM stand for?
Chick Magnet.
I prefer Cock Master.
Yes.
So this fight was a fucking embarrassment all the way around. Let me just say this. So how long has CM Punk been training MMA?
4 years.
Okay.
5 years.
He would have been better off not training the 4 years, saving his money, and then showing up and fighting. Because that's what the fuck it looked like. It looked like he had zero MMA training. Zero.
After 4 years.
After 4 years.
How's that possible?
I don't know. It's a fucking
Is
embarrassment.
it nerves, Matt?
No, he should be used to being in front of a ton of people like in the WWE, but like I was telling our friend Pete, I don't think you can get that bullshit muscle memory of fake wrestling out of your mindset. If you had and Brock Lesnar's the exception because he's got a huge wrestling background that you can rely on for muscle memory. Then he goes and does that fake wrestling, but he's still got the real wrestling. Then he adds a little bit of striking, which you see he doesn't like.
Stellar striking.
He doesn't like to get hit, so it's tough to get out of that fake mentality.
True.
So in this fight, I'll give Punk one thing. He came forward and he was looking to fight. But he got his fucking ass kicked.
Yeah.
He got his fucking ass kicked. And at one point, he's like standing and he's dry humping the guy and trying to half-ass pull guard with some kind of reverse guillotine. And eventually it goes to the ground and he almost threw up a triangle. But this Mike Jackson character, I think he was high. He seemed like he was high this whole fight. He was
Maybe they doped him up.
Filio-esque in the way he was attacking,
really?
Where he was like looking off in the side and then he's going, boom! Like, what the fuck are you doing? He should have destroyed CM Punk. That was a 30-26, I think, across the board.
Maybe he was paid to do that. It
sure looked like he was carrying CM Punk this fight and not trying to finish him. And after the fight, Dana White says, I think that's it for the Phil Brooks experiment or the CM Punk experiment. He talked about Mike Jackson, and let me find the exact quote as I try to scroll down. The computer doesn't go. He said, Dana said he's 0-2 in my book. I think he's a complete fucking idiot. I couldn't wait for that fight to end, and I regret not putting it on Fight Pass. He says that's it for Mike Jackson's UFC career and probably the end of the road for CM Punk.
Wow. 0-2 for both, huh?
Yeah. Here was Mike Jackson's shirt during the fight week. He should have. I give him credit for that.
That
the
was
chick
cool.
magnet.
Yeah. I like that.
But just terrible fight all the way around, and it would have been better off if you were going to put CM Punk in there versus someone else that had no experience, because then at least
like you,
I would beat his ass.
You probably
I would beat his ass. There's no doubt about that. I'd take that.
How
fight.
is that possible? That he trains for 4 years and he's that shitty?
Well, he didn't even want people to film him during this training camp because he knew his striking was atrocious.
Wow.
It looked like he had never thrown a punch before in his life, never thrown a kick.
So weird.
Just fucking everything out the window.
Props for him for getting out there.
No, fuck that guy.
But, you know.
I give no props to him. It's bullshit. He shouldn't be on the main card, period.
Well, he wanted that money.
The weird thing was, I want to find this tweet. Paul Gift tweeted this out because he had done some research on fighters and what they had done in the pay-per-views. He says, I've been immersed the last few months in a new project related to the UFC antitrust lawsuit, estimating additional pay-per-view buys generated by every fighter. Prelim results seem to support Dana's earlier statement. CM Punk generated 129,000 additional buys compared to Overeem's 33.5 thousand average.
Wow.
That's huge. I don't know how they measure that, but if you hear that, you from a business standpoint, you have to put them on.
Put the Punk on, man.
Fucking 100,000 extra buys. That's
a lot.
Pretty significant.
Yes.
If I could do math, I'd say it's
$5 million.
more than 30,000 buys.
Yeah.
I can't give you the total.
It's like $5 million bucks, man.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
So if you're paying him $500,000 and Overeem 800,000, I get
that can cover Overeem's and his salary.
Yes.
So
yes. So it's like I don't know what's next for that guy. Both of them are getting cut, hopefully.
Retirement.
And
Really.
CM Punk shouldn't even go to Bellator.
He probably will, though.
He shouldn't.
If he wants to.
Let's talk about Curtis Blaydes and Alistair Overeem.
Oh,
this was
the beating
on the undercard. And here's the Overeem body, a little more svelte.
Yes.
And again, his body, there's some feeling.
He's like a supermodel. His body goes up, it goes down, it goes skinny, it goes big. It's like, what are you doing, man?
This looks better, right, than in the past where he's not as flabby. It's a weird one because Blaydes was getting the better of the striking. And at one point, he's got Overeem rocked. Overeem's up against the cage. And then Blaydes has got to go, I'm going to take takedown. I'm going to take him down. Like, you could have knocked him out Francis Ngannou style. I know. But then he gets him down, and he decides to throw these vicious elbows into Overeem and just cave his skull in, and blood's everywhere.
It was nasty. Very nasty.
And so he's moving up in the
TKO.
rankings. Yes.
He's from Chicago originally. I don't think he trains out of here anymore.
And it kind of puts him, I think Blaydes was 9 and Overeem was 2, somewhere around there. I could be way off.
That makes him 7.
If not 1.
Not even 8.
But I'd say he's in contention for a title, no? You got Miocic and DC fighting. Maybe Blaydes gets the winner of that. And Blaydes is going to be a tough fight for either of those guys.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
a tough dude. And his body, too, has changed a lot. He's really leaned up a little bit. He's got put on more muscle. He looks like he's in great shape. So I think he has an opportunity here that potentially take this belt, challenge for this belt. It'll be interesting to see.
Yes. And
if
then
Miocic can hang on to it again, that is.
Yeah, it's a tough fight. And we have Arlovski versus Tuivasa. And Ty walks out to the Celine Dion fucking Titanic song.
No way.
Yeah, it was interesting. I'll put it that way. So Arlovski looked good. His chin held up. He looked fast. And, I mean, it was a debatable fight, like who won. Tuivasa seemed to land the harder strikes, and he ended up getting a split decision win. I would have gave it to him. That's who I had picked, or who I thought won. After the fight, Ty asked Joe Rogan for his shoe so he can drink beer out of it. He's one of the Australians that likes to drink beer out of his shoe. Rogan gives him a hard pass and was like, you're not getting my shoe. So he goes into the crowd and drinks beer out of 2 random people's shoes. And before he drinks the beer out of them, he asks the people to spit in the shoe first before he drinks it.
Is this some sort of ritual that we don't know about?
Yes. I didn't know about the spitting. I knew about the drinking out of a beer, out of the shoe.
Is it for good luck?
Why are you drinking someone else's spit?
Can I jizz in a shoe?
Maybe. Like what are you into?
Jizz and
like,
yeah.
It's disgusting. Disgusting.
Maybe there must be some reason for it.
I don't know. He's young, too. I think he's only 25, and Arlovski is 39. But I don't think that's the end of the road for Arlovski. I thought he looked pretty good, and he should fight again.
Wow.
We'll move right along. Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson.
Yes.
Megan is 6 foot tall. Megan should jab Holly Holm's face off.
Should.
What does she do? Super inactive. Let me just not do anything pretty much. I'll come out, and then Holly Holm just takes her down at will. And Megan's got nothing to offer off her back.
Nope.
So Holly Holm gets the win. One-sided win for her.
She's still got that nice derriere.
Oh, yes.
It's like firm but jiggly.
Solid. And she's not sure where she wants to fight next, 145 or 35. She kind of wants 35 because she thinks, again, that belt is hers. Because, you know, I had it, I lost it, it's mine. I got to get it back.
That's right. Once you own it once.
Yes.
Once you're in there.
Apparently.
Once you hit it once, it's always yours.
It's always yours.
Isn't that how it works?
Put your name on it, right?
That's right.
Etch it in like the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And then you had I think the most surprising fight was the Colby Covington versus Rafael dos Anjos. Going into this fight, I thought it was going to be all Rafael dos Anjos. Thought it wasn't even going to be a contest. I thought he was just going to wipe the floor with Colby. Colby came in with a good game plan, and he made RDA go backwards the whole time. And he couldn't fight well, so it would be Colby pushing him into the cage and then clinching up. And then Dos Anjos didn't have an answer for that, and it kept happening. And then the 2 rounds that Dos Anjos went forward, he was winning. So it was 2-2 going into 5th, and then Covington did the same thing in 5th and was able to get the fucking win. And let me tell you, this guy, Colby Covington, his post-fight interviews are so cringeworthy. It's just disgusting. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. This guy is not a fucking champion.
Yeah.
And him and Bisping got into some weird beef.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that was about. I didn't really want to taltalk about it.
Mike is angry.
Did you see it?
Well, no, I don't know what I saw the whole like back and forth, but I'm not really clear why is Bisping even?
Well, I think John Anik was calling Bisping out, saying that was disrespectful. You're a commentator. You're not a fighter. You're not going to fight him. Your job isn't to antagonize the guy. Your job is to help him and keep the shine on him and not try to steal the spotlight. You're fucking retired.
That's not Mike's job.
No.
Mike's job is to spit on people.
He spits on fire.
Yes, he does.
Might as well call him Dylan.
Right. And he wins belts, Matt.
Apparently. Might as well put him in the UFC Hall of Fame while we're at it.
Shoots ropes, too. Shooting ropes.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Good.
They
good
know
for
what
him.
it means. That's what's important. It's all good.
So we got that going on. And it sets up Woodley versus Covington.
I like it.
Woodley actually wants to fight someone.
Woodley's trying to do some beef with they got some beef.
Yeah, they got beef.
Everybody's got beef.
In the last fight, we have Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero for not the middleweight title.
How was that, man?
That could be fight of the year. It was up there. And we got to talk about Romero again, missed weight, and apparently there's debate on the Chicago or the Illinois Commission was supposed to give him 2 hours, and there's rumors that they only gave him an hour to cut, and that's why when he came back to weigh in, it was 185.2. I don't know. It seemed like it was 2 hours.
You couldn't have pissed like 0.2 away or something?
I don't know.
So close. That's so damn
Well, obviously, he's missed weight twice, so in the wrong fucking weight class, and I'm pretty sure Dana White's going to make him move up to 205 next, which he should be there anyway. You miss once,
It's huge.
fight in the next weight class.
Could probably win the belt up there, perhaps.
Yes. And Dana was saying something weird about Kelvin Gastelum was here, and I guess he was supposed to be the backup in case there was some shit going on with Romero. And then Dana said there were some personal issues with Kelvin.
Really?
So I don't know if it was weight related or weed related. Because I thought we had some weird lower thresholds in Illinois. It might be like 25, where everyone else, I think, is at the
150 or something like that?
Yeah,
it's up there.
300.
Why is Illinois low?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because we suck in this state. Fuckers.
So during this fight, to me, it looked like Romero took the first round off. So obviously he loses the first round. Whittaker breaks his right hand in the first round. We don't know this when it's happening. In the second round, Romero's eye starts closing up almost 100%. Like, oh no, this is going to be bad. So second round goes to Whittaker. Third round, Romero comes back, and he's fucking rocking. Third round is probably one of the best rounds. He comes back and just rocking Whittaker, wins that round pretty handily. Rounds 4 and rounds 5, I give to Romero.
Okay.
I have the fight for Romero, which fucks up everything. If he wins, Whittaker still retains the belt because it's not like a title. It's a title fight, but not a title fight. It's not a title fight. It's just a regular fight now, which doesn't make sense because how did they have an interim belt fight with Rockhold and Romero when Romero missed the weight? So if Rockhold would have won, he would have got the belt. But if Romero would have won,
nothing.
Right. He did win. He got nothing.
So confusing.
It's very confusing. I hate all this weight cut shit. So Whittaker gets a $100,000 bonus because it was fight of the night, so he gets Romero's portion, which is cool. Good for him. I like that. Because there was debate of, is this fight still going to happen? We didn't know until I think they did the ceremonial weigh-ins, and then Dana White says, yeah, we're still going to do this. And then who does Whittaker fight next? Because it's kind of fucked up. I think
journeyman.
Yeah, I think it's down to Weidman and Gastelum are your choices, but Weidman has a win over Gastelum, so it almost looks like Weidman's going to get the next shot at the title.
Again.
Yeah.
After how many years? 3?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Since Rockhold fucking stomped
3
him.
4 years, yeah.
And then Romero, you got to move up to 205.
I agree.
Right?
You can't be missing weight constantly. It's not good for you.
Yeah, at once you should be moving up. And then the last thing I want to mention is just Rashad Evans lost. I think that was 5 in a row.
Yeah,
right?
that was hard to watch, man. It was really. I mean, things are not going his way. I feel like he should retire. You know, it's time. I don't want to see him keep getting knocked out all the time.
Well, was he on UFC? He was one of the first UFC, the Tough, right?
Was it the first one? Yeah, it was one of the first.
Because he was a heavyweight.
Yes, you're right.
And he won, and he was fighting Brad Imes for the fucking heavyweight title.
Your memory's so solid.
Jesus Christ.
How's that possible? You have this great memory.
I don't. I remember the early Tough. Not anything past 3, because I don't think I fucking watched anything except the comeback season with like Chris Lytle and Matt Serra, and fucking Chris Lytle won that fight, and Matt Serra sold a decision.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then I'm out from anything after that. So I thought Rashad should have moved up to heavyweight back when he made that choice. I don't know why he went down. I feel later in your career you should move up.
Yeah,
keep the power.
Fuck around with the heavyweights.
He was decent as a heavyweight. He was just a little undersized. But look at Stipe and 230. He could probably be 230 in there and be happy.
Could be.
I don't know. But I think I agree with you. At this point in his career, if you had 5 losses in a row,
shut it down.
No good's going to come from you sticking around
beatings
some more.
Is all you're going to get.
All right, let's move into some news. What do you got? Oh, last thing before we move along. What do you think the pay-per-view buy rate was for UFC 225?
350.
Really? With the CM Punk factor?
350.
He's a 150.
350.
Wow. I'm going to say 500,000.
Wow. Okay.
There's some hype on this one.
Okay.
You got the CM Punk.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong?
I don't know. We'll see. Well, curious. Well, I want to talk to you about weight cutting because specifically because this is what we had the whole problem with Romero, but Dana White has pretty much confirmed that the UFC is going to go back to afternoon weigh-ins, and that's apparently they surveyed the fighters. They asked people involved, and the fighters want to do this. I don't know that it really makes a huge difference overall as far as. I mean, the thought process to me is like if a guy's going to make weight, he's going to make it. Whatever time that is, it doesn't fucking matter. So why not do it? I like the evening ones. The morning ones to me are kind of boring as far as the hype factor, but I don't know if it's any safer or not safer, you know?
Well, there's a couple of problems with this whole thing. None of the fighters that have gone public with their response to this have said that they want the later weigh-ins. This is just Dana White making a bold-faced lie saying all the fighters want it. None of the fighters like waking up early. All of the fighters that have gone on Twitter said they like the early weigh-ins. And what were the reasons for the early weigh-ins? Do you remember?
So they'd have more time to rehydrate?
Right. It's for fighter safety. This wasn't a UFC decision. This was a athletic commission decision. So I don't see how the UFC, who's the promotion, who's not in control of what time it's going to be, is going to change the weigh-in times when it's an athletic commission decision. And Iaquinta was on the MMA Hour talking about this, and he's basically
angry little man.
He's like, "Fuck Dana White. That guy. Where's the fighter safety? He's just trying to get us killed, man." And I'm paraphrasing. Obviously, he said way worse than that.
Matt's being generous.
Yeah,
at the moment.
he's way worse than that. But You can get the gist of what I'm saying. So I don't think it's a good idea. I think Holly Holm was saying, well, the early morning 10 o'clock weigh-in doesn't work.
No.
Or, you know, if that doesn't work, and this afternoon one doesn't work, why can't we just meet in the middle at noon? Why can't we do a noon weigh-in? That's kind of a little trade-off on both sides, right?
Yeah, sure.
Or, if I'm Dana White, just make everybody move up a weight class, and then who gives a shit what time the weigh-in is? It don't matter.
True.
You know, I mean, I will give him credit for at least he's trying to do something different because he's recognizing there is a problem, but he's going about it in the wrong way.
I agree.
You know, fighter safety should be number one, and I thought that's what they were about.
No, they're about making money.
Well, he's about not losing fights, but
yeah,
this isn't the right way to go about it. So,
what you got?
Ronda Rousey got inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. I think it's happening sometime in July.
Good.
And is she worthy? I'll list out her accolades. 12-2. I think it was a 3.5-year run as the title holder in the UFC.
Solid.
And we kind of go from there. Like, do you think she's worthy?
I think as a female MMA fighter, I think she should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree. Would you call her a legend in the sport?
No. Would you?
No. I'm just saying that you got to think of what she's done for the sport as far as how many new fans she brought in, a female audience that she brought in. I think she was the first fighter to be on all the talk shows. There was no one before her doing it. The only person really after was Conor.
Well, she did bring us to do nothing, bitch.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes.
I like that one.
Which I always like that.
That's true.
Nobody wants to be a do nothing bitch.
No.
Yeah. Do something with your life.
That's right.
Don't be a bitch.
That's
or
right.
be a bitch, but do something.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll try.
Yeah.
And then Matt Serra, also inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Here we go.
And I will ask, of course, is he worthy? And I'll give you, he's 11-7, Ingo.
I know.
Notable wins.
GSP.
Right?
Stop there. There's nothing else.
Notable losses. Matt Hughes, GSP, Carl Parisian, BJ Penn.
Shawnee Carter.
He lost to him. I wouldn't consider that notable, but if you can't beat any of those other guys, there's no fucking way you're a Hall of Famer.
Well, the criteria
way.
that they use for this Hall of Fame induction is confusing to me because, yes, Matt Serra is a character in the UFC. He is a well-known athlete in the UFC. Is he Hall of Fame worthy? I don't think so. I love the guy. I think he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't think as a fighter he should be inducted in the Hall of Fame. I just don't.
Yeah. What's the criteria besides being Dana White's buddy? I mean, that seems to be the criteria right now. To me, it would seem you'd have to be a champion. You have to be a champion for multiple years. You got to defend that title. You got to beat some notable people. You got to move the fucking needle. If you're going to tell me Brock Lesnar is going to be in there, I'm okay with that. He at least accomplished a few of those things.
Well, he won a belt.
And he defended it twice.
Yes.
Well, Stipe just beat him for the most defenses, but and he moved the needle. 1 million pay-per-view buys every time.
He was the man.
Right.
Matt Serra, not so much.
I know. I have a problem with that. And then Damon Martin tweeted this one out. He says, it's a little disheartening that Michael Bisping wasn't also announced for the UFC Hall of Fame for 2018. Maybe that will change over the next 4 weeks, but he deserves to go in immediately rather than waiting a year or two.
You know, if you're going to put Matt Serra in there, I think you got to put Bisping.
Well, I'll lay out his stats. It's 30-9 record.
It's pretty good.
He's
had 40 fights in the UFC almost?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The biggest names he beat was a past Anderson Silva, Luke Rockhold, and Dan Henderson. He lost to GSP, Rockhold, Kennedy, Belfort, Sonnen, Vanderlei Silva, Dan Henderson, and Rashad Evans.
He's fought some of the greatest fighters.
Yeah, but he lost to most of them. I mean, I can fight everybody and lose to them. It doesn't make me Hall of Fame.
But did you make it look good is the question.
Right. You got knocked the fuck out at very impressive fashion.
Yes,
so,
you did.
So he wins the title in a fluky fashion against Luke Rockhold, and then he defends against Dan Henderson, who I think was ranked number 9 at the time, and no way in fucking hell should have been fighting Bisping for the title. Barely wins that fight against Henderson. Henderson does land the H-bomb. And how is that Hall of Fame worthy? Again, what has he done?
He's the Michael, the Count. Bisping! He spit on people. That's Hall of Fame worthy.
It's Hall of Fame worthy?
Yeah,
so our criteria, apparently the UFC's Hall of Fame, the bar is very low. I think Matt Serra's case, 5'2". I'm not sure how tall he is. 5'2", about 320.
He's a short guy. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is confusing to me.
This is very confusing. I don't
know what to do with it.
It's a buddy system, and we're not in on it. What else you got?
Well, over the weekend there was a High Rollers BJJ tournament put on by Eddie Bravo.
100,000 to get in, winner take all.
But let me note to you, this is Jeff Glover and his opponent smoking weed.
I saw people smoking, and I was pretty sure it was weed.
It was immediately before the match. The thing was, that's Eddie Bravo, as you can see.
Are you fucking? You know what? If they're smoking, we had talked about this many years ago. Do you remember? I said, because Caprito was so anti-weed, I said we should do a weed jiu-jitsu competition. The no-weed guys versus the weed guys. The weed guys got to get high. Yep. This was many years ago. We had discussed
like 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
This happened over the weekend.
Wow. So how did everybody? Well, it's kind of biased because you got weed versus weed. I want to see weed versus no weed.
I don't know that it matters.
I don't think it does.
I think for weed, if you know what you're doing.
What state was that in? California,
yeah,
I'm guessing?
Yeah. If you know what you're doing, you're good. If you don't know what you're doing, you're still going to suck.
Like CM Punk. You're getting him high as fuck.
You're not going to get better.
I think he's getting better, Rico.
I don't think so.
Anything's going to be better than that performance.
It's not going to help, man.
Fuck.
I got one more piece of news if you want to.
Yeah.
So, as I showed you earlier, Miesha Tate, now a proud mother.
It's disgusting.
The pictures there. Actually, the woman she's with is kind of cute. But yeah, she's apparently had like 67 hours of labor.
She even updated it and said it was 71.
71 hours of labor. That's fucking insane.
That's what you call.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's why you don't take drugs, ladies, during the pregnancy.
71 hours, dude.
Are you fucking? Do you know how much pain? Like my wife took no drugs, and we were in and out from the time labor started till the time babies popped out.
6
it was
minutes.
Like between.
It was like 5 minutes.
It was like 3 to 4 hours max.
It was done.
And my arm was getting crushed. Like Jesus Christ! Are you kidding me? Get that baby out! I'm gonna go through 71 hours of that bullshit. Fuck that.
No, that's a long time. I mean, there's something to be said about C-section. My ex-wife had C-sections, and it was pretty painless for me, anyways.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't 71 hours worth. It was like 5, 6 hours, whatever. Easy.
That's crazy talk.
71 hours. I'm trying to think. That's 3 days. That's like insane.
That sounds like some bullshit. Like she was trying to be the champ of having the longest labor ever. Yeah, I did 71 hours. Where are you at, Ronda Rousey? You're not gonna beat me. So she's got to put up a big number.
We already know Miesha Tate's pain tolerance is through the roof.
Yeah.
So
fucking broken arm.
It does not surprise me. Her labor was like a record-breaking thing.
Shit.
So good for her. Kudos to you, Miesha. You're tough as fuck.
Yeah.
My question is like, does she feel anything? Like
from the waist down?
Yeah, like I imagine like I don't talk crazy, but I'm just saying with the pain tolerance, like it's like does she have any? Maybe she feels nothing. It's like,
I feel nothing. I'm a robot.
I feel nothing.
Okay, Miesha. Good for you. 71 hours.
Thanks for not egging me on. That could have gone a whole different direction.
Muffember!
Oh yeah, I like Muffember. 70s porn muff, yes?
Yes.
Look at how excited
Big fan.
Yes.
So apparently Stipe Miocic is training with Ryan Bader.
Wow.
Prepare for Daniel Cormier. Is that going to help him?
It could.
I don't think Ryan Bader is anywhere equivalent to a Daniel Cormier.
No, he's got some wrestling though. A little bit striking.
A little bit. He's a champion, right?
Yeah.
He's still in a tournament to be a heavyweight champ too. Red Nakamura tweeted this one out. He says Justin Gaethje versus Iaquinta will headline UFC Fight Night event scheduled on August 25th in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Cool.
How much CTE is going to be flowing at that one? Holy fuck.
A lot.
I think, and unfortunately, I think Gaethje is going to use wrestling.
You think so?
Yeah. He was talking about it. He was talking about it.
Because Iaquinta's crazy.
Yeah.
He will throw down all day.
It's true.
Oh, what you got there?
Guillermo Cruz from MMA Fighting tweeted out. He said, one championship books Renzo Gracie's return for July interim bantamweight title fight. And that tweet was fucked up because I read it as, holy shit, Renzo is fighting for a title?
Yeah.
But apparently he's not fighting for the title. There was a comma in there, but it's a poorly worded tweet, my friend.
Is he actually fighting?
He is fighting. July 27th in Manila, there's a fight between Renzo Gracie and Yuki Kondo. Says Gracie hasn't fought in fucking 8 years, okay?
Do you think he needs money? Why is he fighting?
He's 51.
It's crazy.
And Kondo has lost 6 of his last 8 fights. He's 42. He last fought in December of 2017. So
why are they doing this?
I don't know. Money. The money's probably really good. I don't know. I don't want to see Renzo at 51 fight.
I'm good.
I want to see Chuck Liddell. I think he's 51. I don't know how old he is. I'm good to see Chuck fight again.
Yeah.
But Chuck's a knockout artist.
He is.
I don't know what I'm going to see there. What else is going on here?
Darren
Rovell tweeted out, he said the Forbes list the highest paid athletes from June 2017 to June of 2018. Number 1, Floyd Mayweather, $285 million.
Wow.
Number 2, Lionel Messi, $111 million.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Ronaldo, $108 million.
Yeah.
Number 4, Conor McGregor, $99 million. Number 5, Neymar, $90 million. Are these all soccer guys?
Yeah.
They just go by one name?
Yeah, they're
Neymar,
the top. Those are
Ronaldo,
the top 3 soccer players.
You could call that one guy Messi then?
Messi, Ronaldo,
How about Lionel?
Neymar. Those are the,
I want to call him Lionel.
Those are the 3 top soccer players in the world.
So basically, you should play soccer is what this is telling me.
Dude, soccer players get paid shit tons of money. And they get all the hoes.
All the hoes.
And they get all the tattoos. They're just cool as shit. I don't know why. Soccer's a big sport. But yeah, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, all those badass players.
I don't know what to say about that. It means McGregor's never fighting again. Maybe McGregor's going to play soccer. Him and Jose Aldo, right? They're going to go play some soccer.
There you go. Yeah, good.
So I saw Ken Shamrock tweeted this one out. Tell me he doesn't look like fucking Robert De Niro in Casino on steroids.
He kind of does, actually. Wow. It's the sunglasses.
He's looking old, but still swole as fuck. I think he's 50-something.
I need to get on his regimen.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
TRT, baby.
That looks like a little more than just a TRT. Good for him. I don't even think he's sitting on a chair. He's not. He's hovering. Full-time squat. Let's do some MMANUTS.
All right. I'm down. Is Rodrigo Machado
he's in the game.
In the game this week?
He's in the game. Let's start with who wins tweet of the week.
Ooh.
So I try to scroll, and computer doesn't go. Chuck Liddell, starting us off. So that was a horrible fight. Never thought I'd see 2 0-1 fighters in the UFC, and on the main card to boot.
Good point.
All right. Will Brooks. Fuck anyone trying to write me off.
Fine.
Okay.
Ill will.
Yes. Matt Mitrione. Dana White getting rid of early weigh-ins because a few people missed weight. Fucking jackass. You are the exact reason we need a union. Foolish derelict with rich friends who's never cut weight or done anything athletic in his life. Iron Fist ruling led by knee-jerk reactions. It sounds like he's going to get re-signed by the UFC probably tomorrow, right?
Could be.
Yeah. Then John Anik read this one out on the UFC 225 broadcast. This was Tyron Woodley's tweet. Bitch, please. I let you bump your gums. Now you got smoke. I'm exposing you. You were and always will be my warm-up round.
Ooh, who's he talking about?
Colby Covington.
Nice.
But it's nice to hear John Anik read that live on the broadcast.
That sounds, that's a white man reading. What is it? Gums? What did he say?
Bitch, please. I'll let you bump your gums.
I like that. Bump your gums.
Now you got smoke.
Now you got smoke.
And then last, but not least, we got Beck Rawlings. I think I've used the word cunt more in one day than I have the whole year.
Okay.
That's a lady, and I respect her.
I like that one.
Which one do you go with?
I'm going to have to go with Beck Rawlings.
I'm with you. I can't deny the lady.
That's definitely.
And then she had tweeted something else out. Her hands are not broken. I thought they were broken from the bare knuckle boxing, so she tweeted out a picture. Just got cleared by my doctor. No fractures, just swelling, and a whole lot of, cuntiness. And then a picture of her swollen ass hands from that night.
Jesus.
And those are the wraps again with this is the bare knuckle boxing, so knuckles exposed.
Wow.
I didn't even realize she said cuntiness in there. I thought it was cuteness when I first read it.
It's because your brain is too nice, man. Gotta get with the rowdy
Yeah, I like a woman who uses the word cunt.
Cunt is all good.
That's pretty respectable.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go to the iPhone here.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I'm gonna have to board. I need like another laptop since this one won't pull up the Twitter stuff.
Not anymore?
No, remember when every time I try it pulls up that.
Get yourself a Chromebook. Affordable.
Maybe.
Perfect for what you're doing, I think.
Affordable. Little. Running. All right. What do you think of Snoop Dogg's fighting skills as this pulls up?
Oh, I saw him. Who's this dude? His defense sucks, I can tell right now. The dude he's fighting is not trying to do anything.
No. He's just being a partner.
I'm not impressed by his performance.
No, but you know what would have been a good fight? Snoop Dogg versus CM Punk.
I agree.
Seeing this.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fight they should have made. That I would have wanted to watch.
Hell yeah.
You got to put a no skill versus a no skill.
Perfect.
Names, but no skill. Donald J. Turd on Twitter asked, should we call CM Punk CMSHemp? Because his hair was fucking all over. He looked like Shemp. It was all greased up. Mm-hmm. I'm in for that.
I like it.
Jaron Christensen asked, why don't wrestlers wrestle?
Because they like to stand and bang, Matt.
That's right. It's respectable.
Yes.
Takedowns are for sissies.
Mm-hmm.
I think heavyweights shouldn't be able to go to the ground. I said that last when I was on Saturday. Like, this is bullshit. There should be no ground for the heavyweights. Stand and bang it out.
The floor is lava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here we go. Enrico Machado closes out. It's time. Pound sign Nuts Roll. Pound sign Matt Rape Train. Pound sign Ingo Sugar Daddy. Pound sign Chicago is awesome. So today is not a question, but something I really want Matt to read. I'm assuming this is what CM Punk wrote, but I could be wrong. So here we go. It says, Mike Jackson, while you stand there as triumphant as possibly can be, I want you to stop hitting me. I want you to stop this because before I leave in 3 weeks with an 0-2 win-loss record, I have a lot of bones I want to put back into place. I am the worst UFC fighter in the world. I've been the worst ever since day one. When I walked into this company, I've been bleeding and crying since that day because the UFC fans saw nothing in me that everyone else was willing to admit. That's right. I'm a WWE Universe guy. Know who else was a WWE Universe guy? Brock Lesnar, and he split just like I'm splitting. But the biggest difference between me and Brock is that I'm going to leave with an 0-2 win-loss record. I've tapped to so many of Mickey Gall's painful punches and Mike Jackson's pure strikes that it's finally dawned on me that they're completely painful. And the only thing that's not painful is me, and the fact that day in and day out for almost 3 days, I proved to everybody in the world that I am the worst on this panel. In the octagon and even in training, anybody can touch me, and yet no matter how many times I prove it, I'm on your lovely little tap-out collector's gloves. I'm on the cover of the program. I'm outrageously promoted. I don't get to be in UFC 204, not on any crappy show on USA Network anymore. I was on the poster of UFC 203. I'm no longer on Signature that's produced at the start of the Raw. I'm not on the Joe Rogan podcast. I wasn't in UFC 204, but the fact of the matter is, should be anyway, and trust me, this isn't sour grapes, but the fact that Mike Jackson is the winner of our match at UFC 225 tonight, and I'm not, makes me sick. I'm leaving with the 0-2 win-loss record on July 17th, and hell, who knows? Maybe I'll go and defend it in Bellator. Maybe I'll go back to the WWE. Hey, John Cena, how you doing? Okay.
That's what he said?
I don't know. I'm going to assume that's a CM Punk talking.
That's a retirement talk.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, good for him. Should retire. Don't embarrass yourself.
Should have never been here in the first place.
Well, he tried.
I don't have.
It's better to have tried and lost than never to have tried it.
Not in CM Punk's case.
Okay.
He should have never been in the UFC. He should have been in like amateur MMA and got his ass kicked down there. Mm-hmm. Unless he was going to fight Snoop Dogg. Yeah. That's the only way I'm approving.
All right. Snoop Dogg it is.
That's right. Fuck, marry, kill. Well, I think Matt Brown wants a piece of that ass first. Snoop Dogg. That I'll pay to see. Matt Brown, Snoop Dogg.
That should not be sanctioned.
Oh, it should be sanctioned. I think you should get a total ass
Snoop Dogg will be murdered.
It's either amateur, or fucking trained killer versus no skill.
Bare knuckle?
Yeah! Bare knuckle. Matt Brown wants the bare knuckle.
Okay.
Come on. Fuck, marry, kill, celebrity edition number 8.
There we go.
Kaley Cuoco or whatever. There's a chick on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, wait a minute. I kind of like that.
Yes.
That's not bad. Okay.
Moving right along. Yep. Moving. Yep.
Rachel Bilson.
Rachel Bilson.
That is not my style, I have to say. I'm going to kill her. Sorry, she's got to die.
Yep.
I don't even need to see a third one. She's dead.
You might want to.
Bilson's dead.
Sofía Vergara.
Oh, yeah.
Her tits will not quit. She's 45 years old.
Know, that's
and if you
solid.
see the younger pictures of her
I have.
from her 20s, good Lord.
Whew. I'm going to have to fuck her and marry the first one and kill the one in between.
Yes. If she was 20 years younger and I could enjoy that for a longer lifespan,
That's the great thing about being a man. We get older, the girls are younger.
They could.
It's a good thing.
It's true.
Right?
Do you have any knowledge for
this week? I do not. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I got a couple. I got to go back to the phone.
Uh-oh.
We got to go back to the phone. See what's what here. The first one.
I see you have. He's just got more women on.
It's just like pouring everywhere.
It's pouring all day. What are we showing? What are we
waiting.
Oh shit! I saw this.
We call this one.
Yep.
CTE.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that. I don't know. I try again because I like it.
I like that one. I watched it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It was on Facebook.
It was on a roll. Oh, with a skull fuck.
I'm sure he's fine.
And the last thing I have, so the Washington Capitals just won the Stanley Cup. It's like the first time in 40 some odd years, and they've been really dialing up the celebration with that. I mean, you see, fuck, his guy's name is, I forgot, but whoever the leader of the team is, he's out getting wasted and whatever. But when they won the cup, there was a fan that flashed her big tits up against the glass as they were all coming by. I can't pull it up because it's not going to show it, but I'll just say a fan pulled their tits out, put them up against the glass as they're all coming by, and they're all like looking at her tits going, oh man, like, can we get that to happen in MMA? Like when a fighter wins the heavyweight belt or whatever, any belt, can we get women to run up to the cage and mash their titty balls into the cage like a fucking cheese grater?
I'm all for it though.
Yeah.
You think that would happen?
I think this is the thing that should happen. I think we need to continue the tradition.
Maybe
it's like throwing squids on the ice in Detroit, right? Tradition.
Titties on the glass or titties on the cage.
Yes.
I'm a fan. I like this idea. How do we make it happen?
That's up to the ladies. You got to whip those titties out.
They're stingy with the titties. Not all of them. But
although I saw they had a new ring card girl. She looked quite healthy.
Yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. That's it?
That's all I got.
Shut it down?
Shut it down.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Wegold.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.